Hey everyone, you're now listening to Cup of Queens with Paige and Saray, and today we're so excited to have the owners of Gem and Ivory, Cassie and Tomi. Gem and Ivory is a dress rental company for content creators to help capture the perfect shoot.
Gem and Ivory ships their one-of-a-kind, unique dresses and party attire all over the U.S. to help photographers and stylists get inspired. They even inspired us by playing our game Astrology Styled, where we had Cassie and Tomi style and match a piece from their collection to each zodiac sign.
So grab your cup and enjoy!
Yes.
Hi, yes, we can.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so this is a random question. I should know this. Did you just shoot Christina and Michael's wedding?
Yeah, you were a bridesmaid. I realized that after the fact, and I'm like, oh my god, why didn't I say hi? I'm so dumb.
No, okay, I honestly didn't know either. I knew Cassie's name and I had no idea. I didn't even put two and two together like Tommy Thompson. So that is so fun. But Christina and Michael are so excited to see the pictures, as am I. So
good. I'm so excited. Such a perfect day. It was so fun.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
What a small world. You logged on. She was like, wait, I think I know this girl. That's hilarious.
Oh, well, this is going to be a fun interview.
Yeah.
Love.
Well, okay, so back to this business. We're so excited to talk with you guys. Thank you so much for willing to do this with us. And we just want to know everything about Gem and Ivory, what it means to you, what the business model looks like, and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gem and Ivory is a dress rental company mostly for photographers, and it's for styled shoots. Styled shoots have just become a huge thing in the photography industry, in the event industry, and kind of just like any business that touches the event industry is really getting involved in styled shoots. So just to kind of give a little background on what a styled shoot really is, it's where a vendor or group of vendors are going to come together with models and basically put on a mock wedding or elopement or something just really cool to them. Kind of showcase what some of the trends in the industry are and put on something that they can just be really proud of, kind of put their passion behind. And yeah, it's been super fun. So that's a little bit of what we do.
When did you start this? And how did you think of that? It's such a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Officially started last February. And it was something that Tomi had been obviously in the photography industry for a long, long time. And so she had the experience with styled shoots and content days, and hearing everybody talk about wanting, a rental option. And then I have experience in bridal and live for bridal and getting people excited about it. So it was just something that we had talked about for a while. And then one day we were like, what are we doing? We're starting this business.
Let's pull the trigger. Let's just make it happen.
That's so cool.
That
That's
is
so fun.
So awesome.
Yeah. So, so a little bit of the inspiration behind that, but I'm so curious on your guys' name. I think it is so fun.
Gem and Ivory. It took us a while to actually decide on the name. We found a bunch of words that were really important to us or meant something to us. Gem, actually my dog's name is Gemma. So that is where Gem comes from. She's my sweet little Gemma. And then Ivory just fit so well with bridal. It was something that we felt was a good flow. It sounded really great. And we wanted to make sure we had something that kind of indicated what the main focus of the rentals would be.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of have two sides and we're working on evolving into a couple different areas. We're working on redoing our website. We have some dresses that aren't on our website yet. So they'll all get launched in the next few weeks, kind of with a fun new launch collection. But we'll have the Gem, which are fun, kind of party vibe dresses, and our Ivory collection, which are a little more elegant and bridal. So kind of breaking things up that way. And it really represents both sides of our business well too.
Cool.
That is so cool. Okay. And explain to us, bridal, I think people can envision pretty clearly. We all know what a bridal dress and kind of aesthetic looks like, but explain to us kind of what your inventory looks like for the Gem side, if you will.
Yeah. So kind of both sides of the business too, as my business is primarily wedding photography and traveling all over the country for different styled shoots and content days. I've really been able to have a good look at like, what are people doing outside the, the Midwest, where we're having like fun beachy weddings and we're going to elope and do things like that. So I feel even like our bridal collection that we have too are not things that we see every single day at weddings here. We have a dress with a cape. We have some like really beautiful 2-piece dresses. We have some super flowy silk, just pieces that you're not seeing every day in the area, to kind of give you something different to play with than what you would see at a typical wedding. So that's really what both sides of our business are like. We have some like full sequin party dresses too, a lot of like big colorful pieces.
Yeah, the Gem collection's more of that like party look. So a lot of sequins. We have a bright pink kind of fuchsia velvet jumpsuit. It's like a jacket, a suit coat, and then pants. So just really bold looks that are different and fun that you might not see, when you go to the store, but we've gone out and find just really cool pieces that are going to be fun to rent out and fun to photograph and just give a party vibe.
Okay.
It's so cool.
And I'm sure everybody is thinking what I'm thinking. Where do you find all these cool like pieces? Because they are so unique. Instagram, like those are dresses exactly like you said, I've never seen before. They're so different and just very, very, very unique. So where are you buying all these gems?
Oh my gosh, where to begin? So Cassie and I both like just her history in bridal, my history in the wedding industry, attending some styled shoots, I would say, before, and kind of understanding that side. We looked literally everywhere, like all corners of the internet. If we are scrolling on Instagram and we see a photo and it's like, oh, cool. Like maybe we don't see the designer of the dress, but we will go down a rabbit hole and we'll be like, okay, I think it was at this venue or this photographer took it. Like, let's see who they follow. Let's find this. A lot of pieces we have just come from, bridal stores all over the country. One of our favorite dresses, our Florence dress, she's our baby. Beautiful, like 2-piece dress. It's been just a favorite. That's actually from Australia.
Ooh, wow.
The designer is from Australia and she's phenomenal. I don't think you can actually get that designer in the US. But we found a bride that had owned that dress. So we like reached out to her. She was selling her dress and it was just the coolest connection ever. She like follows us now and she's like so proud of us. And it's really fun for her to see like where her wedding dress has gone now. So yeah, we have a couple that are from like Australia, New Zealand, and literally all over the world.
That is so cool.
What a fun,
wow.
Like that is a rabbit hole I'd like to be a part of.
I
would love to go down, like, how do we find this piece of clothing? That sounds so fun.
So as far as people purchasing these dresses from you guys for their styled shoots, what are some of the most unique or different settings that your dresses have been worn in?
Oh man, all over the place. I know Tommy's brought them to a couple cool places, but we've shipped them to like Arizona, Utah, New York, Wisconsin. Of course, Minnesota, North Dakota is probably the biggest for where dresses go.
Yeah, I would say a couple of the shoots that like stand out to me. I have a photography friend, her Aubrey Bell Photography. She's like amazing. And she's literally the queen of content days. She's like known for it in the industry. And she did a content day in Vegas that we brought this 2-piece dress to, and her husband rented this like 1950s car. We were in like this really cool part of Vegas. The groom for the shoot was wearing like this snakeskin jacket, and the bride had like one of our 2-piece dresses and a cowboy hat on, and it was like so cool. We also, on a trip to Arizona, we've had a dress that was like at this old Elvis Presley wedding chapel, and just like it was storming outside that day. So there's like these super dark, mysterious clouds in the background, and such a cool setting. I would say the bowling alley in Ohio. We had a photographer that rented a dress, rented like a vintage car, and it was our dress with a cape. She was outside of this like vintage looking bowling alley. That was just the stuff that people come up with continues to like blow us away. Every time we're sent photos, we're like, how? Like, that's amazing. So it's so fun to see people be so creative.
That's so cool that you're connected to all those too. Like you get to see all these really creative, setups just from a dress or just from a piece of clothing. It reminds me of like Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, honestly. Like
it
you're
literally
all connected.
Oh my gosh, no, we will see. I went to a workshop in Wisconsin and brought one of our dresses with last year. And the photographers that put it on, Rachel Traxler, Ali Lockery, they're like incredible photographers. And when they're like sharing the photos and we're getting tagged in things and we're like, oh my gosh, like you feel so proud to see what other people have created. But then it's like, you're seeing your dress, our baby in the pictures too. And we're like, just this overwhelming sense of pride. Like, oh my gosh, they look so good. And like, that's ours. And like, look how creative you guys are. It's just so cool.
That is awesome.
That's so cool. What a sense of like pride
Yeah.
too, you know?
Totally. So, okay, you obviously have this awesome closet of unique pieces currently, and I'm sure you guys are still on the hunt for
Always, yeah.
We never stop looking.
So what's kind of on your, like, what is on your wish list? What are the trends that you're forecasting for 2022 that you really want to get your hands on?
I would say there are like sleeves. Everybody loves sleeves. That's a big thing that's super trendy this year. There's a couple designers that have like come from Etsy, like Reeve Bridal. They started as like this small shop on Etsy, and now we've kind of seen them get in the market a little bit more. And we're like, oh, we for sure want one of those dresses. Like they're about to blow up. Just any piece that we're not seeing every day, I would say is like a big where we're finding our inspiration.
I think clean lines is another really big trend that we're seeing, and not necessarily like a dress that's completely clean, no detail on it, but just the ones where, you know, it's not lace or beadwork giving the detail. It's the fabric folds and it's the way it lays on the body and the way the fabric moves. And those are the ones that we really get excited about. The ones that are more unique. You just don't see them as often anywhere. And those are the ones we get excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently went wedding dress shopping and it was so fun, but like the same thing too is it surprised me how many clean dresses that I saw. And like once you really look at them or look at them on and you can like see that detail without all the beading is cool. But
it is different,
yeah.
I think it's super cool just to see, well, number one, like how creative people get with our dresses and pieces. I think a big trend in the industry too is like body positivity. It's awesome. We have like so many different people that are renting our pieces, and it's fun to see like shoots that we've been at and we've had our friends model for us, and just to see them feel so good about themselves. It's literally the best feeling in the world. And to like help other people feel beautiful and confident, that's amazing. So I think people are feeling like better about themselves than they ever have. I love how like positive people are. I also think a big trend is people feeling like their style is unique and really embracing it. So we're seeing, I even had a bride this year that had like cape sleeves on her dress. She like had a cape instead of a veil, and so many cool things like that. I know in the bridal industry, we're going to continue to see, because people are like, all right, you know what? Grandma can chill. We're going to do what feels like really, really awesome and makes us feel super confident in our skin. So I think just anything that we look at and we both immediately are like, oh, like, hell yeah, someone's going to feel good in this. Like, I think that's the way, like some things that we look for, and we know that trends are going in that way too.
That is so awesome. And those styled shoots, I'm sure, are so fun to do that, because you can kind of show people like, this is you, this is what you look like rocking this dress. Like going back to that body positivity, I think a lot of people sometimes don't see themselves through the lens of a camera. And when they see that, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right, I am killing it. So that's so fun that you guys get to bring that to people. Yeah, absolutely. I would say like our shoot that we did at Jasper too was like one where not like just us, but all of the vendors got to feel that way too.
Were so excited about it. And even the people that saw like the content that came out from that shoot, people will come up to us and say, we saw your shoot with Jasper. Like, we love the dress. We love the energy behind it. And it's a good feeling knowing, like, again, we just get so proud knowing we were a part of it, and we got to like work with awesome vendors, but also like have all of these people be excited about the content we're creating with our dresses.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
That was definitely before the Jasper Hotel opened. Cassie and her husband, Dan, modeled for us. We had like one of our super cool 2-piece dresses, and Love Always did the floral, Gather did the styling. And of course, like getting to be, I live downtown. My fiance and I did, and we watched that whole building go up. So getting to like be the first photographer to have a shoot in there and to see those photos on their website. And even our little like group text that we had between the people that helped put that shoot on, where everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And we're like, no, look how good the florals look. Like, you're amazing. And
everybody hyping everybody up. I love it.
It's literally, everybody is just each other's hype squad on those days. And it's so fun.
And really, that's what's exciting about like the people that are renting the dresses too, is these are a lot of times it's people that we know or somebody that Tomi knows from the industry or another shoot. But then we meet all of these cool people and then we're connected with them forever because we sit and we share the photos and we get excited every single time we see it. And it's just a really great community to really be a part of. And it just keeps growing and getting bigger and better every time a rental happens.
Oh my gosh.
And so remind us again, so who can all rent these dresses, just so even our listeners know?
Yeah. So a lot of our dresses, photographers will rent if they are coming up with a concept. I would say that's the most common. There are other times where venues are trying to do a collaborative effort with a rental company, florist. So really anybody that's looking to put on a styled shoot. We also rent to people that are like, if you're going to take your family pictures and maybe you want to like rock a cool dress, we will rent to those people as well. So yeah.
I feel like engagement photos, that's such a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Really, the main thing is just we want to make sure that it's being used for a business or in a creative way and not for an event.
Right. Not just to like wear to go to somewhere, but actually to capture the dress with it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Okay. So we are going to move into one of our segments called As You Shouldn't. So I don't know if you guys got a chance to read in this, but we always want to hype people up and say, as you should. We want to champion them, but we know that there are times where maybe you do things that you wish you wouldn't have and you shouldn't have. So,
but you learned something. You learned a really great lesson. So it all worked out.
Yeah. So give us a time, whether it's an embarrassing story or something that you guys have learned through your business or even non-business related that you wish you wouldn't have done.
We are both, I will say, like, we're both very, very lucky that we have like helped run or ran or started other businesses before we started this one. So and also having a partner in business, it's amazing because typically before we're making any like catastrophic mistakes,
we like run it by each other.
So yeah, like here's actually like love your energy, love where you're at, but like maybe let's take a step back and think about this. So we're really good at keeping each other in check. I think one situation we got into this year and it was just, we had a crazy shipping issue. So a little backstory is we had, every time we ship a dress out, we put in the return label. So all you have to do is like tape the box shut, put the label on, send it back to us. We were waiting for a dress to come back and we learned that over communication is very, very, very important. We hadn't heard like if this dress had been shipped. It was kind of like missing.
A crazy time too, because we had a few rentals coming and going. So we were trying to keep an eye on it, but we're like, okay, we're going to give a grace period here because everyone's busy. It's a busy time of year.
Yes.
And we didn't stay maybe as on top of it as we should have.
Yep. So all of a sudden we realized like, we're sitting in the office one day, we're working on stuff. And I was like, Cassie, we have to check the tracking on this dress. Like this dress was supposed to be back from wherever it was coming from like days ago. So we look at it and this dress is like, hasn't been scanned for a week. And we're like, our hearts just drop. A lot of the dresses that we have are like that's the only dress we can find and they're not replaceable. This is one of our favorite dresses. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what do we do? So we spent that afternoon on the phone with like UPS trying to figure out like, okay, do you guys maybe like know where this is at? Like, we have no idea. We ended up calling like UPS couldn't find anything. They're like, oh, we'll have to do like a report. And we're like, there's no way. So I think I like pulled up Google Maps. We're like talking to the person that rented the dress. We're like, what specific UPS store did you like drop this off at? We're trying to call the UPS store and their phone's not working. She's like, I left it here. I left it here a week ago. I like handed them the dress. So we're calling the UPS store. Their phone's not working.
We're emailing them.
We're emailing them. They didn't answer. So I finally left a Google review and I was like, it's really hard to get a hold of this UPS store. Like, and so immediately when I left that Google review, they emailed me back and they're like, we're so sorry. Our phones are broken. Like, is everything okay? And we're like, no, we're looking for this package. We saw that it went in like a circle in the state. And we're like, okay, it has to be somewhere. So we're like, can you just look for this box? Like, here's the tracking numbers that it could possibly be associated with. And they emailed us back. We're like, we're so sorry. The box isn't here. So we're like, what do we do? Like, we're devastated. And I'm like, okay, can you just maybe look one more time? Like, it's a bigger box. It's not a little box. And the UPS store emailed us back. They're like, oh, we found it.
Of course.
They're like, it was just on a shelf back here. And what had happened is the new label, the renter took it to the store and handed everything to the UPS people. She did not tape the box shut herself and put the label on herself. So the old label stayed on and it got put in a little circle just back to that UPS store.
Oh no.
Okay. So over communication, you would never think you're like, you have to tell somebody like, you need to be the one to tape the box shut. You have to put the label on.
Right.
So that was a lesson that we learned. We're like, okay, we're just going to have to really like check in with these people. But luckily she made it home safe.
She made it home. We also learned we have like pre-set up emails that we like to send like along the way to check in and, you know, see how things are going, give them steps, but we added a couple extra in there.
Yep.
Just to make sure that they know those details. So before they're about to ship it back, we'll even message them because most of the time we'll like be friends or have them on Instagram. So we'll just message them and just be like, hey, just want to check in. Like, these are the details. Let us know what questions you have. Like, always reach out to us.
Yep.
So we just over communication from that experience. It was a really long day of phone calls and thinking we lost it and then
Google stalking.
I know. I was like, I feel like a crazy person right now, literally just being like, what do we do? Like, we've tried everything and it's like, you're at your wit's end and you're like, a Google review. Like, they have to read that. There's no other way to communicate with them.
Literally the best part
awesome.
of that entire story. Most valuable lesson learned, leave a Google review. And
leave Google reviews.
People never want to look bad. They're like, oh, we're right. Like, we're perfect. So leave up.
We won't email you back, but if you Google review us, we'll be right there. That's incredible.
Oh, well, that's a good lesson learned.
Yeah,
for sure.
great lessons. Yeah. And I'm sure you'll learn many more, but that was a solid story.
Yeah. Okay, so we also have a fun game. Did you send in the game too?
Yeah,
okay,
I did.
Good. Yeah, this is fun. So Saray especially loves astrology. And so we were really excited to put this together. And so it's called Astrology Styled. And so we're going to give you different astrology signs and the common characteristics. And we would love to know how you guys would dress that individual.
Yes.
So,
whether it be full style shoot, like if you guys want to get into the full scene, you totally can. Or if you just have a piece in mind that you're like, this is meant for this sign, give it to us. We want to hear it. So starting with Taurus. I didn't want to go into too many qualities, but these are just things that Tauruses commonly like to help give you an idea of what they might like in dressing. So Tauruses are known for liking gardening, cooking, music, romance, high quality clothes, and working with their hands. So what would you dress a Taurus in?
Great question. Okay, we're like one of our screenshots, our little collection here. Yeah, we have like screenshots of each of these too. That we
love
think
it.
like perfect. So, okay, our Taurus ones. Okay, real quick. Do you want us to like send you the screenshots we have for each of these? Okay, perfect.
You will share them on social so that people, explain the best that you can for those that are listening through audio, but we will put them on YouTube and we'll put them on social.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just send you these. Okay, so what do we have for Taurus? We have Jane and Hilda, right? Yep. Where's Jane?
So are these just the names that you guys associate with each piece?
Yes.
Yeah. So all of the names of
it.
our dresses are actually named after like important women in our life or women who've made an impact in some way. So it's just kind of a fun way to like pay tribute to the important women that we love, and we
Wow.
hope they see the dresses and they get excited.
Okay, the women in your life have killer names because these are
Yes.
all really freaking cool.
I love them.
One really, really cool thing that I just got to experience too is that Cassie actually models a lot for some of our pieces when we're shooting on the website. So being able to like, I do all the photography for our website, and then seeing Cassie model, it's just like so fun to see your best friend like rock these outfits. And I know in some of the photos that we're sharing with you too, it's like the coolest thing. You're just like, I get to feel so proud of like how these pieces come together, how these looks come together, but then like how awesome your friend looks in them too. And it's like the best. It's
and
so
also
cool.
like having my best friend like photograph the whole thing. And every time I see somebody like share something that she shot or like get excited about like a picture, or even like one time we went to like meet with a vendor and they had one of Tommy's pictures on their mood board. And I was like, Tommy, that's your photo. Like that's your photo on a business's mood board. And I'm just so proud of her.
But it was
and, like,
literally,
the work she does.
okay, while it was a photo that I took, it was a picture of Cassie in one of our dresses, and they like didn't know that it was a photo that I took, or they didn't realize it was like Cassie either. They just like, we love this dress, and we're like, oh, funny you should say that. Like that's actually so it's really fun.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
All right, take us into Taurus. We're like dying over these.
All right,
You want to start with Taurus?
Taurus. Yes. So likes gardening, cooking, music, romance, high quality clothes. Jane and Hilda are both dresses. Obviously, the like lace on the sleeves is just so romantic and cool, but both of them look like you could be like walking through a garden and like flying
Yes.
there. So I just think both of them are so, the detail on them is very nature inspired. It's super romantic and beautiful. And yeah, I think both of them would thrive in a like, I don't know, like a cottage core gardeny kind of shoot. So yeah, those are our girls, Jane and Hilda. They'd rock that.
Really obsessed with both of those.
Okay, so the next one is Virgo. So likes animals, healthy food, books, nature, and cleanliness.
So for Virgo, we chose Sydney and Dahlia. Both of those dresses. So Sydney is that asymmetrical shoulder, a bow on the top, very clean lines with both of them. We honestly just like that simple, but still edgy. Both of them have a little bit of drama. So Dahlia has that leg slit and then a nice plunging neckline. Obviously with the healthy food, the clean lines, the girls are going to be rocking clean lines in those little dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Perfect.
That is perfect.
Those are really
you guys
good.
like
Yeah.
really
You
tackled
killed it.
this. Okay.
Oh, that is fun fact. That is our friend Sydney in the Sydney dress, and we named that dress after her.
This
So it's
is
really
so
cool.
You're very thoughtful with
Yeah.
everything that you do, and that is, I am absolutely living for it.
That's
So
so cool.
okay, moving on to Geminis. So Geminis like music, books, magazine, chats with nearly anyone, and short trips around the town.
Yes. So Ren and Cecilia are both dresses that are really kind of like classy, but they're showstoppers. So when you think about the Gemini, like talking to nearly anybody, you would see this person and you'd be like, oh my gosh, like I'm really drawn to them. But like being a Gemini, you know that they'd be like, oh, hey, like just want to be your friend. So we love that. I think both of these pieces are super like wearable, cool. So like Gemini's getting out and about. They're really comfortable, gorgeous pieces. And yeah, I think they're just like stunning.
Like somehow a casual elegance with both of them.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
That's
I
a
see
perfect way to
that.
explain those.
Yeah.
I can't wait for people to see these. They're
I know.
incredible.
It's so fun to post on social. Okay, so Leo, the qualities would be likes theater, taking holidays, being admired, expensive things, bright colors, fun with friends.
Yes. So Leo, we chose Birdie and Florence. Both of them, I would say, are like a couple drama queens in our collection. Birdie has, so you can see it in the picture, but she has a removable cape and it attaches with pearl buttons. So just really dramatic, all about the theatric movement in the cape. It has a little bit of a gold foil detail in it. Just really eye-catching, and obviously with the gold detail, like that expensive look that a Leo would love. And then Florence, the fabric is like butter, so it is just, it feels luxurious the way it drapes and moves. So dramatic and just a really unique two-piece look. So anybody wearing that would absolutely be admired because they're both showstoppers.
They're two definitely like dresses that every time we have somebody wear them, we're like, oh my gosh, this person is so cool. So that definitely like fun with friends vibe. You're like, oh wow, that person's a great time.
The cool friend for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm here for those. I'm loving that. Okay. Libra. You're a Libra.
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
I'm a Libra too.
Oh,
Nice.
what are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Oh,
okay, cool.
gosh. Okay, we did do Virgo. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. I'm a Leo, so we
Yes.
just did.
I
me.
should have said that. I knew that.
Okay, so Libra. Libra is our last one that we're doing, but Libra qualities: likes harmony, gentleness, sharing with others, the outdoors.
Yes. So these dresses are two of my favorites. So I knew like, okay, Libra's going to love these ones. But I definitely think both of them with the juniper, kind of that really fun tassel detail, and Leona with those sleeve pieces, they have that really cool, like you could be in somewhere with like beautiful tall trees on a nature walk, like eloping in these dresses. So those ones definitely stand out to me. I do think too, while they're super fun, the detail on them is like very symmetrical, gentle, soft, but it just elevates it too. So that's why, yeah, those are Libra girls.
I think a harmony in the movement too. With juniper, as it moves, you can see all the tassels move together in this really soft flow. And then, like you said with Leona, the symmetrical lace is absolutely harmonious.
I love
dead over
obsessed.
the tassel.
Yeah.
I've never in my life seen a bridal dress full of tassel like that. And everybody must go to our social to go view this. Go to their social, go to Gem and Ivory to see it because it is so gorgeous.
And when she like moves with the tassels, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
So
okay.
cool.
You guys absolutely aced astrology styled. Like that was, and we did not give you a lot of prep time. We don't always like to give too much time because we want to hear people on the spot. So you guys like really killed that.
It was good.
Love that.
Really good.
Yeah.
So we have one more question, and we try to ask this to all of our guests just because we think it's really fun and just really great for people to hear. So what does a queen mean to you?
To us, and something that holds like really true to our friendship and our business, a queen is anybody that empowers people. And they're definitely the people that don't have to be the center of attention, but they are always going to be the people that are there like lifting you up.
Somebody who thinks about other people and is humble and hardworking. And truthfully, when we talked about what a queen was, we said it's somebody who wants to make a difference and truly like lives by that and empowers.
Yep.
Perfect.
Why do I have chills?
Yeah.
That was very good.
Thank you guys.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so much fun. I feel
Same.
like I just need your energy in my life. So
Yes. We'll get wine. It'll
yes,
be fun.
we need to do that. And
Always.
Absolutely.
I know our listeners are going to feel that same way. So tell them where they can find you, where they can follow along, get connected, and get inspired by everything you guys are doing.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram at Gem and Ivory Co. We, within the next month here, are starting to plan some local content days and styled shoots. We're going to try to put on a series kind of throughout the summer, give photographers the opportunity to have a fun little shoot along. So you can get updates there. We next month are planning on kind of relaunching our website, showing off some of our new dresses. So you can find us at gemanivory.co to have rental availability and information for that.
Oh, so fun.
Amazing.
Well, if you guys need any help, any models, let us know.
Yes,
deal.
Anytime. Seriously, thank you
Thank you
guys,
guys.
so much. This was so dang fun.
So fun.
Thank you both.
Yes. Well, thanks again, you
Yes.
guys. We'll talk soon and definitely keep in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. Have a good night.
you.
Thanks. Bye.